Welcome back, everyone. Thank you very much for staying with us on the program. The African Democratic Congress is facing what some have described as a political ambush. Today, party stakeholders have raised alarm over what they call an attempted takeover of the ADC by powerful political figures, including former Osun State Governor Rauf Aregbesola, former Senate President David Mark, and former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. Allegations of backdoor negotiations, infiltration, and strategic hijack have sparked internal resistance and deepened tensions within the party. As 2027 approaches, is the APC becoming a battleground for political control? Tonight, we speak with the 2023 ADC presidential candidate, Dumebi Kachikwu. Also joining us is Elias Atiku, who is the Benue State Chairman of the African Democratic Congress. Gentlemen, good evening to you. Thank you very much for joining us on the program. But, all right. So quickly before we get into that conversation, let's listen to that press conference.
We yearn for a new Nigeria that thrives on meritocracy and de-emphasizes tribe and religion. We dream of a nation that works for all Nigerians, irrespective of region or religion. If you seek to be a part of the ADC, do the proper thing and come through the front door. We are a party of decent and well-behaved people. Our brand of opposition is one that not only opposes, but proposes something your group is not conversant with. I strongly suspect that you will be shopping for another party very soon. And as you do that, we, the members of the African Democratic Congress, wish you bon voyage.
All right, gentlemen. Once again, thank you very much for joining us on the program. So that was a press conference organized earlier today by your faction to drive home your point. Let me start with you, Mr. Kachikwu. What exactly is going on with your party? I mean, if every opposition coalition has adopted your party, shouldn't you be happy about it?
I think that the media has been engaging in a lot of semantics in trying to describe these people as some heavy coalition. These are just a bunch of expired politicians, expired political office holders, geriatrics who are bored, who just want access to corridors of power, want access to political office again, and that's all they've done for the last couple of decades. And so you guys give undue attention to them, make it seem like they are important. I tell you this, right? 70% of Nigerians are youths under the age of 30. You look at that group today, X this, X that, X this, X that. 75 to 85% of them are people above the age of 75. Do you think they represent Nigeria? Absolutely not. So we should stop making it seem like there's this heavyweight coalition. It's a coalition of expired people. And then when we speak about ADC and talk about attention and the attention in ADC, trust me on this. These guys were defrauded. The former chairman gave them the impression that he had control of the levers of ADC and that the ADC could be sold, that they could deal with the ADC, and they didn't do their due diligence properly. They forgot or thought that I and the party chairman and the members of ADC are pushovers, people that you don't just give any credence to, people that don't have any say whatsoever. And that's a big mistake they've made. Our party is not for sale.
Yeah. All right, well, these same men, let me stay with you before I move on to Honorable Elias. Now, these same men you have described as a bunch of expired politicians were handed the membership card of your party, ADC, because, you know, one other comment you made is this: if you seek to be a part of the ADC, do the proper thing and come through the front door. So with the membership card of your party now in their hands, which, you know, signifies that they've been welcomed, what do you make of it?
I'll ask you a question. Can you build something on nothing? The fact that someone goes into a supermarket and steals a phone and then sells the phone, does it mean that the person who's bought the phone has a legitimate phone? Absolutely not. That's why I said you can't build something on nothing. What they have very soon will be clear to them and all Nigerians that they have absolutely nothing. They don't hold the levers of our party. They only hold the levers of our party in the eyes and the minds of the Nigerian media. That's where it ends.
All right. Let me go to Honorable Elias Atiku, who is the Benue State Chairman of the party. Now, so I don't preempt, you know, both of you, because, you know, as a politician, there is a possibility that one of these men had reached out to you or that you knew about this before now. But now that the new template no longer favors you, and that's why some of you are upset, because again, you can never trust politicians. So let's be clear, were you informed or consulted about these high-profile political interests before now?
Let me tell you and get it clear. We are not upset. At all, we are not upset. We are the owners of the party. We are the legitimate elected chairman, state chairman of the party. We own the party. Since the chairman was sacked by the appeal court 2 years ago, that is 2022, he ceased to be the national chairman of the ADC in this country. And when you know, just like as my presidential candidate has just said, if you are building a house and there is no foundation, it is a waste of time. The house will come down. As far as concerned, we are in control of the party. I am the acting national chairman of the party because it is the state chairman that owns the party as far as we are concerned now. And out of the 36 plus Abuja, I'm appointed as an acting chairman preparing for national convention. Because for the past 2 years, the party has not been existing. No party has been existing at the national level.
All right.
Here we have now taken our position.
All right. So, as the acting national chairman, as the acting state chairman rather of the party, have you, personally come under pressure to step aside or compromise your position as a result of these interests?
Yeah, you can see in the broadcast that they had today, this afternoon, the former national chairman went ahead to say that all the elected chairmen and officials of the party cease to exist. I don't know where he has gotten that power from. I don't know where he generated the power from, because he is nobody. As far as I'm concerned now, he is nothing in the party of ADC. We are the owners of ADC. And when he started this thing, because he was ready to trade with it, he didn't consult the party owners who owns the party. We are willing to receive everybody who wants to join ADC, at least to take over power from the APC.
All right.
But it's not to come and hijack it. He came to hijack, and we are still sleeping. We are not sleeping.
All right. Let me come to you, Mr. Kachikwu, because your colleague has called this a clear hijack. And it's interesting because Senator David Mark just resigned from the PDP. And for former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, he didn't resign. And his members, or the members of this party, say a former Vice President should not be caught openly engaging in anti-party activities. But of course, we'll see how that ends. Rauf Aragoshala, for instance, is from the APC, the ruling party. And for a man who has been governor twice, minister for 8 years under the same party, and in less than 4 months, we saw Malam Nasir El-Rufai he has moved from APC to SDP to ADA and now ADC. How should Nigerians interpret this trend of veteran politicians targeting smaller parties, smaller platforms like the ADC? Is this healthy for democracy?
Your question has answered itself. It says a lot about political parties in Nigeria. It tells that political parties in Nigeria have no creed whatsoever. They have no doctrine, no principles whatsoever. People merely just use them as platforms to pursue their ambitions. So these guys have been traversing the length and breadth of Nigeria looking for a platform that they can hijack or they can use to try and grab power. And it's sad because I keep on saying, in all of this, we give undue attention to these people. And as Nigerians, we are unable to come together to actively solve our problems as a people. We keep on heightening political tensions across the country. We still have 2 years to go before the elections. We have a lot that we need to do as a people together. And we are dividing ourselves with politics when that does not arise now. Do you know why this is happening? Look at the people who you saw in that video today. And like I said, 75 to 85% of them are above the age of 75. Do you believe that these people have a 9-to-5 job? Absolutely not. Politics is their 9 to 5. They wake up in the morning to coffee and tea and watch Arise, TVC and channels and talk about how they are going to hijack power. This man is not doing what this man not doing, this man not doing that. They have nothing else to do. And so they play with the sentiments and sensibilities of Nigerians. They don't let us move forward. The people you mentioned, look at, you mentioned David Mark, for example. Where are his children? Where are his grandchildren? You don't think that by now that those people should be in positions of authority or power in Nigeria, that their age should be there? Why do we speak about these people still talking about power today? For the last 4 decades, the same people. And we're tired of this. We need fresh faces, fresh ideas, fresh ideals. That's what we need in Nigeria.
All right.
We cannot continue this.
All right, then, because, you know, earlier when Honorable Atiku was speaking, he accused some party leaders of selling out the ADC structure. So I want us to stay on that for the next few minutes. Are there factions within the ADC leadership that, you know, are enabling or resisting this push from external actors?
Most definitely. I mean, that's why we're
All
here.
Right. So is it also true?
We are the ADC.
Right. So is it also true, Mr. Kachikwu, that Ralph Nwosu has refused to step down despite the party's constitution limiting terms?
Oh, absolutely. And that is why we've gone to court. That is why we are engaging INEC now to make a categorical pronouncement on Ralph Nwosu's tenure so that it does not continue to deceive Nigerians. And this has gone on for too long. We can't have someone stay as party chairman of one party for the last 20 years. This is not a mom and pop business. It's not a supermarket that he owns, for Christ's sake. This is a party where members pay their dues, drawn from all walks of life, from across Nigeria. One man cannot stay and just watch him today say every party structure dissolved. All party leaders have resigned for these people to take over the party. When our constitution clearly states that for you to hold a party office, you must have been a party member for at least 2 years. Who jettisoned that part of the constitution? Have we had any convention, any special convention? Besides, he cannot hold or call a convention because he no longer holds office. So this is the reality of the situation. And what's painful for a lot of common and ordinary Nigerians, people who are members of our party, is when they hear you, a section of the media, describe David Mark as acting chairman of ADC. You are legitimizing fraud. You just know, what you need to say is there are people who are trying to hijack the party or a faction or the acting chairman of a faction of the party. That is what decent media coverage should be about.
Mr. Kachikwu, no, I won't take that from you. Kindly hold on. I won't take that from you because
hold on.
No, I won't allow you to land with that. Kindly hold on, sir. Because our own job
in understanding that they are... What are you reporting? Don't now you have a situation where you are hearing from different sides of the party.
And that's why you're here tonight. Because if we're not hearing from all sides of the divide, you won't be on this program tonight to express your grievances. You don't think so?
No, I'm not here to express my grievances. I'm here to state a position. They should be expressing their grievances, saying that they have been sold a dummy. I'm not here to say, I am sitting kakaraka in my seat as the former presidential candidate of the party. You have a state chairman who is the state chairman, even though they've told you watch them saying that there are no more state chairmen, no more parties that are across the party. But my point I'm making is this. When you report, you don't report in a way that the minds of the listening, the viewing public, that they become biased, because people tomorrow wake up and believe that David Mark is actually the acting chairman of the party. But when you put a proviso, a caveat to say that this man is the acting chairman of a faction of the party, people are guided. Buyer beware. That's all I'm saying.
All right, let me go back to Honorable Atiku, because clearly what this means is that even if these individuals wanted to come into the party, Ralph Nwosu was not the right person to receive them or to have negotiated with them, which also means he has overstayed his welcome as chairman, as some of you have alleged. So do you think his continued stay is worth the damage it's doing to the party's public image?
Well, it's just like what you are trying to explain, but the world is aware of what is happening. Nobody is a novice in politics. In fact, the Nigerians that are watching us speaking now, they know what Ralph Nwosu stands for. A man who stays as a party chairman, according to the constitution of the party, you can stay not no more than 8 years. And Ralph has stayed for over 20 years. And you want me, what do I explain about Ralph Umosu before people will know whom he is? A man who says that the party is his own property. And we are saying it's not true. The party is for the public. We are elected. People are elected into the various positions. I have no right to dissolve any local government. So also he has no right to dissolve any state, state ESCO of the party. As far as I'm concerned, my tenure of office will expire by April next year if I'm not going for the second tenure. But I have the constitutional right also to go for the second tenure. So you don't just like His Excellency has said, the media has to help the public.
All right.
You have to build this country.
Quickly, Mr. Kachikwu, we have less than 1 minute to round off this program. Now, what's your message to ADC members who feel and supporters who feel anxious about the future of the party? And what's the way forward?
I've said to my ADC family members that fear not. This is akin to a David versus Goliath fight, and we know who won that battle. We are in the right. We are standing on the moral ground. We're standing on the right thing. We're standing on the constitution of our party, and we'll definitely chase these people out. They came in through the back door. We'll chase them out through the front door. If they want to come into the party, they will come in through the front door, and they will treat us with the respect we deserve as party members.
All right. Any final take, Honorable Elias?
Yeah, my advice is to Nigerians is that they have seen what they have seen today. They have heard from both sides, and they know who is right. The side that is right. My side is right, and Nigerians is aware that is right. And so I'm advising my party people to remain calm and remain supportive to the right group, so that we can go to the next level. We are sure this party.
Please go ahead, sir. Go ahead, please.
This party has been built up by Nigerians to reach where it is before they came now to hijack it. And we are saying that they cannot hijack it. It's no longer possible for them to hijack because we are living.
All right. All right, gentlemen, I can only wish you all the best. Honorable Elias Atiku, Benue State ADC Chairman and 2023 ADC Presidential Candidate, Dumebi Kachikwu. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for your insights on the program. And as always, we'll always report all sides. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Right. And thank you very much for watching, everyone. That marks the end of today's episode of Politics Tonight. But before we go, let's tell you that the views and reactions of our resource persons are theirs and have no connection with TVC News. Meanwhile, you can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode at 12:30 a.m. Get in touch with us on our social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, and X at TVC News NG, and at Olajubo Kedobu, using the hashtag Politics Tonight. We're also on YouTube.